Delighted to welcome Leona Maguire to the KPMG Women's Irish Open. Obviously, Leona won her maiden LET title at the start of July back in London. Leona, first of all, we'll talk Solheim. Congratulations on making the team. Just give your thoughts on the team and the Solheim Cup coming up in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, I mean, really excited. It's a quick turnaround, having it straight away another year later. But yeah, really looking forward to it. I think we have a very strong team. I think we obviously have a very tough task ahead of us. I think the American team looks very strong. They've obviously a lot of players in really good form. But yeah, caught up with Carolina and Suzanne last week a little bit in St Andrews, and I think they learned a lot from the last time around in Finca, and I think everybody that's on the European side is excited and ready to go. And I think you'll see it's a very similar team, but there's a few new faces, and I think you'll see a few maybe new partnerships and things like that this time around in DC. And yeah, I think it'll be obviously a very different atmosphere to Finca, but looking forward to the challenge.
And as I said, you won your maiden LET title in London 6 weeks ago now. But it's been a very busy summer since then. Just what's it like coming home with that trophy in your hands now, coming to your home open, knowing that you are an LET champion?
Yeah, I mean, I don't get to play an awful lot of LET events, so nice to get that one sort of ticked off the list. But yeah, I always enjoy this week. I always get fantastic support, and I think it being a little bit closer to Dublin this year, I think they're hoping for even bigger crowds than we've had the last few years. And Dromoland did a phenomenal job the last 2 years, and I think Carton have really put their best foot forward this week as well. Everything, the course is looking great, the hotel's great, and even the weather seems to be cooperating as well. So yeah, looking forward to a fantastic week, and hopefully we get just as good a crowds, if not better, than we have done for the last 2 years.
And just in terms of this golf course, what are the challenges that it provides?
Yeah, I mean, a very different test than what we've had the last 2 weeks in Scotland. So it's just adjusting back to seeing the ball in the air and not moving 50 yards in the air, throwing the ball a little bit closer to the hole and things like that. And I think it's a very fair golf course. There's some tricky holes, and there's some holes that are really good birdie chances. So I played the back nine today. I'll see the rest of it tomorrow in the Pro-Am. But yeah, just adjusting, I think, from back to parkland golf, and my 9-wood will go back in the bag this week, hopefully. Hasn't seen much action for the last 2 weeks, but yeah, looking forward to it.
And opening up for questions.
Yeah, Leona, any year you win is a very good year. What would turn 2024 into a great year?
I mean, there's still a lot of golf to be played. There's still a lot of opportunities. Obviously, focus on 1 week at a time, and obviously the job at hand this week is to try and do as well as I possibly can. And we've got Solheim Cup coming up in a couple of weeks' time as well, and then a lot of still LPGA events to play. So yeah, try and just get myself into contention as much as I can. I think over the next sort of second half of the year.
Just reflecting on the year so far, how would you sum it up? It's been ups and downs, but the win in there as well. Are you positive, not happy, happy?
Yeah, it's been a bit mixed. I've been working on a few things. Some of it's worked, some of it hasn't. That's the nature of golf. Obviously, the second place in Vegas, I played really great golf and ran into Nelly at the wrong time. And then obviously the highlight probably was that win in London. But yeah, I felt like I played some really good golf last week in St Andrews. Just didn't quite finish it off on Sunday, but I feel like my game's in good shape, and just trying to put all the pieces together. The pieces are all there, just trying to get them to click all at once. So never know, maybe this might be the week.
Hi, Leona.
Philip.
When you see what the Irish Open has now become, the rebirth of it after so long, a lot of it is to do with you and the fact that you are who you are. How proud of the tournament are you now in what is now its third year of running?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fantastic to see the growth year on year. I think it was a long time coming. It was obviously off the schedule for a long time, and I think the nice thing for me is when I hear the other girls in the LET talking about how much they enjoy coming here, that they feel like it's a really big event, that it has almost a major feel to it, and we always get such great quality golf courses. The crowds are always very knowledgeable and very supportive, and yeah, it's nice to see everybody else excited to come here, and it does have that real big feel to it, and I think that really matters in the women's game, giving it that sort of visibility and that sort of stage to showcase how good the golf is on the LET. And I think the people that come to watch this week will be in for a treat.
Do you think there's another step it could take?
There's always improvements to be made. I mean, it might sound harsh, but we're only playing for a fraction of what the guys are playing for. The guys playing for, did they play for 9 million? Was it 9 million? We're playing for 400 grand this week. They're playing for nearly 4 million in Boston this week on the LPGA. So it was a choice. It was a choice to be here. So there's always improvements. You're always trying to make improvements year on year. I think the quality of the golf courses has been fantastic. Obviously, Dromoland and Carton this year, and KPMG's support back in this event has given it a lot of gravity and a lot of weight. But we're always trying to move forward and make improvements all the time. And I would like to see it in better dates. I would like to see a better place in the schedule. I think I've said this every year, but you just want that world-class field, and the schedule is a big part of that as well. Both the purse and the schedule is a big part of getting that real world-class field, which I feel like this event deserves, and the people that come out really want to see those big global stars, and it would be nice to get a real world-class field like what we did get in Killeen Castle in sort of 2010, 2011, when you had the big American stars show up ahead of the Solheim Cup.
Thanks. And just one other thing. There's 5 Irish women professionals in the field this week. I don't think there was a time we probably could have envisaged that a few years ago. What do you think of that, and where Irish professional golf is going?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, I think Zana and Annabelle are making their debuts this week, which is a huge opportunity for them. Hopefully they can, I was chatting to Annabelle for a few minutes this morning, hopefully they can enjoy the experience and not put too much pressure on themselves. But I think 13 Irish players in the field this week is fantastic, and I mean, that's a lot of girls, a lot of opportunity, and that's one of the benefits of having a home open as well. It's massive for the younger girls to get a taste of what professional golf's like, to see if it's something that they could envisage themselves doing in the future. And I think it's great. There's obviously 3 girls at the Curtis Cup this week, and hopefully they can do as well as they can over in Sunningdale. I'm sure they'd have loved being here too. But it's Irish golf seems to be in a really good place right now, and hopefully we'll have many more on the LPGA and LET. It was great to see Sarah get through first stage there this week, and we'll have more coming through the ranks hopefully.
Thanks, Leona. Good luck.
Hi Leona. It must have been special for you a couple of weeks ago at the Olympics again representing Ireland, but how special would it be on Sunday to stand in front of your home fans here with the trophy? Yeah, I mean the Irish support in Paris was phenomenal. There was nearly as many tricolours and jerseys and all the rest as there was for French support. I probably had the most support apart from Celine out there, so that was incredible to see how many people made the trip over. And if it's any indication what the support will be like this week, it'll be fantastic. So I mean, the Irish team did incredibly well over there. It was our most successful Olympics ever. So I think the whole country's in very excited about Irish sport right now, and hopefully golf can be a part of that. And how special would it be to you to win this week?
Yeah, incredibly special. I mean, every golfer wants to win their national open, and try not to put too much pressure on myself this week. It's obviously every week you're trying to do your very best, and whether that's a win or whatever that is, but just try and put myself in contention over the first few days and heading into the weekend, and we'll see what happens.
And then looking ahead to the Solheim Cup, it's going to be a huge opportunity both from a team and a personal perspective to win to retain last year, but to hold the cup 4 times in a row. What would that mean to you and your career?
Yeah, I mean, Solheim Cup's been a special part of my career. Obviously, kicking it off in Inverness couldn't have possibly gone any better, and then obviously Carlotta's dramatic finish in Finca last year was special in a very different way. So, I mean, to win a Solheim Cup is incredibly difficult. You need a lot of things to go your way, but I love match play, I love team golf, and we had, again, an incredible amount of Irish support in Spain last year, and hopefully there's there's some that make the trip over to DC. Hopefully there's maybe a few Irish Americans around that area as well that'll come support us for the week. And yeah, just looking for, I think it'll be a great group of girls. I think we all get along so well, and I think the backroom team there as well will add a great dynamic to it this year as well. So yeah, it's always something I look forward to, and it's one of those things. Once you're a part of a Solheim Cup, you want to be a part of the next one and the next one, and it's really a very different week to any other week we get to do, and I think that's what makes it that even bit better.
Your record in the first two is unbelievable, 75%. What do you think part of your game mentality as well that makes you such a strong match play player?
If I knew that, I'd probably use it every week. But I think I don't give up, and I think I'm not afraid of whoever's standing next to me on that first tee. But at the same time, I've been very fortunate to have some great partners in the last 2 years as well. I mean, Mel was great in my rookie year. She really made me sort of feel as comfortable as possible, and that was a great dynamic, and really enjoyed playing with sort of Anna and Charlie last time around. That was a completely different dynamic, and I think that's the beauty and the fun thing about the Solheim Cup is you make friendships that you might necessarily see coming, but there's so much pressure and so much going on there. It really fast forward things. You forge friendships and that last a lifetime, and yeah, it's really like being back sort of as a kid again, almost just playing with your friends. There's no money in the line. It's purely just pride and wanting to do well and wanting to do as well as you can for your teammates. So and then obviously Suzanne as captain, is you don't get a much more inspiring leader than that. So I think everybody would run through a brick wall for Suzanne. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's like I said, it's no matter what I achieve in my career, that my Solheim Cups will be some of the highlights of my career, and there'll be a lot of fun memories and moments to look back on with a big smile.
Fantastic. And then just switching away from the golf, some of the girls this week are going to be watching Coldplay, who are playing, I believe, 4 or 5 nights. Is that on your agenda this week?
If I can get tickets. I hear they're a bit like gold dust, but I hear they were supposed to be staying here until they figured out we were coming, and then realised there might be too much attention. But yeah, I mean, there's been an incredible summer of music in Ireland. Unfortunately, I've missed pretty much all of it. I've been a bit busy. Taylor Swift was here, Pink was here. We were all sort of occupied at majors. But yeah, you never know. Maybe Sunday night, Monday night, if there's a ticket going, I might be there. And
then obviously, I've got to ask you about Guinness. Are you a fan of a pint of Guinness, or is it not for you?
I don't drink, so no, it's not on won't be on my list of things to do this week, no.
Lovely. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Hi, Leona. In terms of Carton House, where does that rank among your favourite courses to play in Ireland?
It's a big question. I haven't actually played here a lot. I know it's the centre for high performance golf in Ireland, but that was after my time, so I didn't actually spend all that much time here. I played the Monty a few times. I played the O'Meara a few times. I think the first time I'd ever played the O'Meara course was in 2020 during COVID, when Golf Ireland sort of organised a few sort of one-day 36-hole events with the lads, and I played with the lads to get ready before we went back out on our respective tours. We played sort of a day here, days at K Club, Mount Juliet. We'd a couple all around the country, so that was the first time I'd actually played the O'Meara course. But yeah, I think it'll be a great test this week. I think it has a nice mix of some harder holes and some good birdie opportunities, and there'll be a little bit of risk reward in places. And I know the tour has some options for different tees and that sort of thing. So I think that's a nice variety, and obviously a very different challenge to the links golf that we've had these past 2 weeks.
Right, so you're not going to say it's top 5 or anything like that?
Ask me again on Sunday, we'll see what I say.
And just finally then, you're on about the time, when ideally would you like this tournament to be played? What time of year do you think?
I'd like to see it earlier in the summer, I think. It would be nice to get it on a run, heading maybe into Evian or after Evian or something like that, but there's a lot of moving pieces, and I know there's a lot of people a lot higher up the food chain than me making the decisions, and obviously you have to factor in men's Irish Open and concerts and different sporting events and all the rest. I mean, this summer was very difficult with with an Olympics and a Solheim Cup thrown in as well, and obviously you're relying on golf courses as well to be available. Tourism is a big part of Irish golf, and there's a lot of golf courses that are very busy during the summer, so we're very grateful to be anywhere. But yeah, scheduling is a very difficult thing. It's a very important part of pro life, but it is a very tricky thing to get right. So yeah, I mean, I think if we could get it in the right spot around some of our European swing on the LPGA, I think you'd get a very strong field here.
Thanks.
One final one.
Yeah, hi Leona, delighted to have you here. It's 15 years since you were first here, believe it or not, a long time ago with your sister Lisa. Do you remember what that was like, and then how did that influence you then going forward at that time?
Yeah, I remember it well. 2009 in Portmarnock Links. Played with Laura Davis first 2 days, which was quite the experience of her hitting her 2-iron about 50 yards past my driver, and was probably hitting woods into most of the holes in Portmarnock Links. But yeah, I mean, it was incredible to get to play with a legend of the game like Laura at that point, and then in subsequent years in sort of 2010, 2011, playing with Sophie Gustafsson, Suzanne Pedersen, and I still remember the 9-hole practice round getting to play with Suzanne in Killeen. She has probably long forgotten it, but I still remember it, playing with Lisa, and Shane, our coach, walked around, and it's those sort of things that stick with you, I think. And it'll be the same for the girls that play this week, and no clue what I shot, but I still remember the crowds and just the atmosphere, and it just felt like Laura Davis couldn't believe it. Yeah, I mean, it was obviously very intimidated by Laura on the first tee, but once you get out there and you get playing, and you do settle into a rhythm and things like that. But yeah, sort of a very eye-opening experience, but at the same time coming away, I think at the end in Killeen Castle, by then it was kind of like, okay, this is something I would like to do more often than once a year, and it's very different to playing in a regular amateur event. It is a different environment. There's a lot more going on. So I think it'll be very beneficial for the girls that are getting a chance to play this week to see if it's something that they want to do long term.
Thank you very much, and good luck this week, Leona.
Thank you.